Why are so many companies, unions, and organizations across the country choosing the Avia dental plan?
Because group plans start at as little as $5 per month, and groups can save 20 to 80% off of high-quality dental care.
Everyone qualifies, and there's no waiting or limits on visits to the dentist.
Call now and save $20, plus get 3 months free.
Call now and you may be able to save $20 and get 3 months free. 1-888-431-CARE or visit aviadental.com.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices, located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart. Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays. Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices, located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart. Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays. Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices, located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart. Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Cunningham. Here comes Cunningham between the defenders. Cunningham. Score! Ethan Cunningham! Hat trick! Game-winning goal! The Ramblers win the 2025 2A Penguins Cup! And Ethan Cunningham is a local hero!
One field, one coach, one moment. That's all it takes to change a child's future. That's something that I want to be a part of. How about you? I'm Matt Major, Area Director of Ambassadors Football Pittsburgh. Get involved today. Visit us online and join the team.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Why are so many companies, unions, and organizations across the country choosing the Avia dental plan?
Because group plans start at as little as $5 per month, and groups can save 20 to 80% off of high-quality dental care.
Everyone qualifies, and there's no waiting or limits on visits to the dentist.
Call now and save $20, plus get 3 months free.
Call now and you may be able to save $20 and get 3 months free. 1-888-431-CARE or visit aviadental.com.
Looking for real 100% natural pain relief? Hey, Kurt Angle, 1996 Olympic gold medalist and 13-time world champion here. Trust me, I know pain. You can either suffer or manage it. That's why I use Curable Active to help relieve my aches and pains naturally. Curable Active topicals have you covered with fast-acting, all-natural pain relief the Kurt Angle way. Look for Curable in stores or go to curable.com and get 20% off. Use promo code USA at KURIBL.com.
Hey Yins guys, just a reminder, Yinzer dogs and Cooler Beer are good food. Whether you're cooking at home or tailgating, grab an original Yinzer dog, kielbasa, pierogies, and lushkis at Giant Eagle. Yinzer dogs and Cooler Beer, a match made in Pittsburgh.
I use Book a Limo on all my trips. They have drivers everywhere.
I always feel safe when I travel with their chauffeurs, from hello to goodbye.
Checking rates, booking, and managing clients' reservations online is so easy.
The confirmations, trip reminders, and car status updates are great when I'm on the go.
I want my clients to have the best experience during their trip. That's why I've used Book a Limo for the past 30 years.
What's your destination? Book a limo, any car, anywhere.
The Pitt Panthers and the Niagara Purple Eagles squaring off in the semifinal. The 1 versus the 4 in Women's Division II in the ACHA in College Hockey East. Welcome in on TenbandTV. I'm Alex Sweeterspiel here with you from the Pavilion in Morgantown, West Virginia. And we've got a good one for you here. Niagara and Pitt, both teams that have been red hot down the stretch. Niagara overloaded their schedule in the second semester by choice, and that worked out extremely well. After the new year, lost only 1 game and dominated in the ones they did. Finished on a 5-game winning streak and allowed just 5 goals in those 5 games. For the Panthers, they finished on a 6-game winning streak after opening the season on a 6-game losing streak. And the big difference in that second semester, according to Coach Emily Gallagher, was that they felt more like a team, more cohesive, more as a unit. Now let's hear the starting lineups. Pitt and Niagara set to begin here on 10-Band TV. Welcome in, everybody. Alex Wiederspiel here with you. Hopefully you enjoyed our presentation of the starting lineups and the national anthem as we're going to get rolling here. Niagara set to run 10 forwards and 5 defensemen typically today. That third line, you'll see a rotation between Zoe Hollowell and Maya Tejera. Two sisters, Maya and Lily Tejera. Lily plays defense, Maya forward. Starting defense, the jackpot pair, Skylar Berube and Sarah Primiano for Niagara. Then their number one line in this semifinal, Kayla Bukowski, Chloe Gualiano, and Annabelle Cross. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, starting netminder Ella Venters. She'll battle with Emma Nadeau, who is back healthy and was terrific for Niagara before her injury. She's back ready to go. 4-2 record, 183 goals against, 915 save percentage. Venters comes in 5-9 on the season with an 881 and 1 shutout as we're set to get underway. Top line for Pitt, Francesca Gambino, Isabella Burt, and Emma Deal, and their first pair, Mara Tomaszek and Isabella Barbero. As we're underway, pass went through the legs of a Pitt player, fired on net and saved by Venters as the puck came loose in the crease. Early start here, Niagara in the white and purple, and Pitt in their base blue and gold. Skating this one out of the zone with some speed, picking up and entering into the Niagara zone. That's Deal. Deal skating around the net for the Panthers. One early save made so far by Ella Venters here in the first minute for the Panthers. Otherwise, not much action. Puck comes back towards the blue line. Shot fired on and was not quite swallowed up by Nadeau, but she did make the initial save with the body, and rebound still played here by the Panthers. Back out towards the blue line. Now towards the corner. Looking for a play in the slot. This one winds up being fired from a bad angle, and Nadeau will cover it and make the play. So a couple early shots, and I bet she does not mind when you haven't played in a while. Looking for a little bit of a test early on, if you will. Niagara has defended very well under Rob Fargino, particularly in these last 5 games, allowing just 5 goals. No more than 2. That happened once in a win over Mercyhurst, and then the last 4 games, it's been 1-0, 1, and 1. This flipped into the zone, though they're going to say no icing here, despite the fact that had not gained center ice. Now forecheck going to work, turnover at the half wall. Flipped back towards the blue line. Puck comes out of the zone and then sent back over for Grace Miller. Puck now behind the net. Pitt going back to retrieve. Ooh, nearly turned over at the blue line. Puck got by, and Miller is going to go all the way back down to chase this one. No icing. Puck went up past Zoe Hollowell for Niagara. Trading turnovers in the neutral zone primarily here in the last shift or two after a couple of early chances for both these teams. Now skating this one into the zone is Barbero. Couldn't quite get there, so backhands this one. And going to retrieve again is Grace Miller. Miller having a fairly nice season, 4 goals for her. They don't play long seasons here in the ACHAs. This one fired on, and between the weather and the difficulty scheduling challenges, you don't always get a ton of games in. But 4 goals for her in 13 appearances. As this will be skated out and then chipped up from center ice and winds up going all the way down on net, and Venters will kill the play. 2:58 gone by. So Niagara comes in as the number 1 seed. The winner will move on to the championship game set for tomorrow and will play either Mercyhurst or West Virginia. West Virginia, of course, with some geographic advantages as playing this at the Morgantown Ice Pavilion. Gorgeous new facility here at Milan Park. Pinching in to make that play, and back the other way. Not going to be able to do it. That was Sylvie Fontaine. This one fired on, skips towards the netminder, and Nadeau makes the play. Back up, nearly intercepted at the blue line. Huge opportunity there for Fletcher Littleton. She is dangerous. Leading goal scorer despite being a defensive player. 10 goals for Pitt, and Niagara will be able to get this out. The Purple Eagles will go for a change. See who they bring out onto the ice. Looks like the second unit is coming out with Madigan O'Donnell on the right wing. Skating that one into the zone was Tomaszek for Pitt. Sent towards the netminder, didn't get there. Niagara's Skylar Berube back into the corner. Sent back up, and here comes Katie Melvin. Melvin sends up and into the zone. Pitt will give chase here. Niagara has defended well in the early stages here outside of a shot or two. They really have not allowed many opportunities for the Panthers. One of those shots, not a great angle. So when we talk about from a chance perspective, each side has really had one quality chance so far here as this goes out of play and winds up in the stands. Not an easy feat to accomplish, by the way, because of the netting here. There's only so much space to get a puck up and over, and then they get that puck up and under the netting. Fan gives it back. A Niagara fan gives it back to the officials here. Thanks for joining us. However, and for however many broadcasts you have joined us today, great hockey here in Morgantown, West Virginia, and continuing all weekend here, both men's and women's action. Men's D3 and men's D4, and championships for all these tomorrow. Little hit thrown right in front of the Niagara bench, separated a player from the puck. Now Pitt will move this back up. It's Melvin trying to get it in deep. Puck hit a skate and then came free, and Niagara will again get this out of the zone. That's Ella Van Halteren. She got that one up for Maya Castellan, but couldn't do anything with it. Castellan had no real juice left and goes to the bench for a change. Skating this into the zone. That was Berube again. Puck comes back out to the neutral zone and sent deep. Looks like a delayed offside here, so Niagara will have to tag, and they do. But any chance for making a play there pretty much over at that point. No icing, waved off again. Up towards the half wall. And sent out towards center ice. Looked like Niagara had numbers for just a moment. Now sent back up far side. Niagara moving right to left. Pitt moving left to right. This one fired into the corner, giving chase. Now trying to get this back to the blue line for a little low to high action, but comes out of the zone. Now working with it, this is Gambino. Gambino, great opportunity. Shot didn't get on net. Looked like Berube got in front of it in the shooting lane. Pitt able to maintain the zone, sending now into the corner, working the forecheck. Puck around in front. It came loose in the slot for just a moment. Nobody could get a stick on it. Pitt still, though, maintaining possession here. Emily Gallagher's squad shot on, and goal number 1, Fletcher Littleton. Goal number 11 for her. 1-0. Pitt takes the early lead. 13:36 to play in the first period. You can see on the replay here, great dish and setup, and Littleton had no pressure on her, so really took her time and picked a spot. And again, maybe the most dangerous goal scorer on the ice for anybody in this game. Now, this is a Niagara team that does not allow a lot defensively. Early stages here, though, they've had a little bit of trouble handling the puck in their own zone. We'll see any adjustments from Rob Fargino here for Niagara. The Purple Eagles have had a terrific season, and they are trying to get to the championship game here in the College Hockey East Women's Division II. Puck is free behind the net. Out back towards the corner. Sent all the way around the boards and up for Grace Miller. Miller fighting with it. Miller and Zerbeck were going at it, and finally we get an icing here. Maya Zerbeck got the better of that exchange. 12:54 to go here. We'll have an offensive zone face-off for the Purple Eagles, looking to see if they can reclaim a little momentum here. They looked solid on their first shift, and they're going to have the first line take this face-off. That's Chloe Gualiano at center, with Annabelle Cross on the wing, along with Kayla Bukowski. Puck comes around to Bukowski. She couldn't quite get that one deep. Puck still not out of the zone, though, and then finally Pitt will be able to skate this one out off of a misplay. Some space, shot, fired on, and gloved. Emma Nadeau makes the save. It was Madison Sloan who made a nice play to get the puck out of the zone in the first place. She heads back to the bench now. Face-off coming for the Panthers. They lead 1-0, a goal just moments ago. Niagara working with it out of the corner here, trying to get this out of the zone. They'll go cross ice, chips it out. Pitt will be able to retrieve here at center ice. That's Isabella Barbero. Now here's Sarah Seto. Seto working around, gets this back out to Natalie Pirelli at the blue line. No shot on. Niagara will be able to clear this. Had a chance potentially at center ice, but not able to corral the puck. Finally sent deep into the corner, and giving chase while most of the rest of the team gives a change was Van Hulteren. Van Hulteren's going to fire one on, just gave it a whack. It was wide of the net. Venters didn't have to make a save. We do have a whistle, though, and potentially our first penalty of the day. Going to be against Pitt. That's going to put Niagara on the power play. We'll get our first chance to take a look at this Purple Eagle power play in mere seconds. Looks like Megan Piccolo is who they got on the penalty for tripping. So now Niagara with an opportunity to potentially tie. They haven't been able to create much at 5-on-5 here. Bukowski couldn't get that shot through, and Pitt will be able to clear this one down. Ooh, bit of a foot race developing. Skylar Berube didn't realize it at first. There was a Panther bearing down, and excellent work winning that one in the corner. That looked like Littleton. Already has one goal in this game. And valuable time knocked off the clock by the Panthers here. 45 seconds off this power play. And the Purple Eagles unable to cleanly exit the zone here, so that took another 10 seconds or so off. Here comes Grace Miller. Miller down underneath the red line. Miller. Backhand pass. Puck is loose in the low slot. Nobody could get a shot on it, and it finally came back to a Pitt Panther and going to skate it out into some space and send this one deep. That's Francesca Gambino. Actually went on net, so play made by Emma Nadeau. Puck comes loose again. Maybe a 5-on-3 brewing here as there's a player for Pitt kind of lagging back after taking a little contact. Shot on, trying to get the redirect for Van Hulteren. Didn't get it cleanly. She might have gotten a little piece of it. Now can Niagara establish some zone time here? Another shot on. That one off the skate of Van Hulteren. And we're going to get a partial change here. 13 seconds remaining on the power play. Towards the dot. One-timer. Fired. Rebound. Left juicy, but nobody home. And that should just about do it for Niagara's power play. So the top seed Purple Eagles in the early stages of this one, playing from behind, had a couple of chances. Looked like they were trying to play the redirect game and couldn't find anything to get home. Shot fired on and sticked away by Nadeau. Pitt leading 1-0 off of Fletcher Littleton's 11th goal of the season to lead the team. Chipped out of the zone, great play. Now a 2-on-1 potentially developing. into mid-ice for Van Halteren, shot on and saved by Ella Venters. She was nearly taken out by one of her own players right after. Able to maintain the zone. Nice job pinching in by Lily Tejera. Another good pinch on the far side at the half wall, and Niagara, for a moment there, looked like they had possession. Alexander Frank, pass into the slot, backhander, and that goes high and out of play. Maya Castellan, that's exactly who you would want there in that moment. She's a point-per-game player, but flipped it high over the net. You can see on the replay again here, 2-on-1 situation developing and just getting to the soft spot in the zone, but unable to do much else with it. And Niagara, chances starting to pile up a little bit here, but between shots that miss the net and a couple of strong saves from Venters, they have been, I think the word would be snake bitten so far. Face-off one, back to the point. Soft shot fired on and sticked away by Ella Venters. Had a nice start to this one. At the half wall, puck sent into the zone, or excuse me, below the red line, more accurately, was already in the zone. Back to the half wall. Pitt going to try and skate this one out. That was Zerbeck who accomplished it. Littleton is giving chase. Got this back out towards the dot, and for a moment there, Pitt with a glorious chance. Couldn't get the shot off, though, and now back the other way with a pass off the boards comes Niagara. Battling down low, and that's won by Mara Tomaszek. Puck squirts free on its side, giving chase, and that was Berube. Skylar Berube did a good job getting this in. Here's Van Halteren. Her stick gets tied up. Tried to send one on for Berube. Puck is still loose. Now into the corner. Going and giving chase is Castellan. Castellan, good work with the backhand. Sends this now to the far side to the half wall. Shot on, goes wide. That was Berube again. Puck sent deep now. Here's Van Halteren one more time. This has been a pretty strong shift for this group. Her pass gets intercepted and finally chipped out of the zone. Delayed offside here, so Niagara will have to check back up. Sent back and deep, and this should be and is an icing as Skylar Berube will go and confirm the icing here. 7:16 remaining in the first period. Alex Wiederspiel here with you on 10 Band TV. It is a 1-0 lead right now for the Pitt Panthers, who scored early in this one. Fletcher Littleton, her team leading 11th goal at 5-on-5, and then otherwise we've only had one power play, Niagara's, and they could not convert. Trying to play the redirect game, it looked like, in front, and couldn't get a stick cleanly on any shot that came from distance. Here's Zoe Hollowell giving chase for the Purple Eagles. Pitt is going to be able to skate this free, far side of the ice. Nice effort there from Isabella Barbero. She got this deep, now gives chase to it. Barbero working in front of the Hope gas sign, lost the puck. Good turnover forced by Niagara. Here comes the alternate captain. Nice skating here for Berube. Berube weaving in and out, then gets her stick tied up at the end of that play. Excellent defensive effort for the Panthers. They're going to send this one down, and this should be yet another icing here with 6:28 to play in the opening frame. Oh, that was dangerous, dangerous, dangerous for a moment. Face-off for Niagara now in the offensive zone. One back by the Purple Eagles, but gets past the blue line, and we're going to get a foot race. A little legal interference there. Nice work from Lily Tejera to make sure that the chasing Panther could not make the play. Now here comes the team captain. This is Primiano. Her shot was redirected wide. Primiano, part of what I'm calling the jackpot pair. Berube is 77. Primiano is 7. Now there will be some occasional rotations as well, but working this one in with the backhand, Trying to power that one towards the net was Barbero, and Nadeau will freeze it. 5:49 left. Offensive zone face-off coming for the Panthers. Coach Emily Gallagher's squad leading 1-0. A group that really came together in the second semester after January 1st. 6-1-1 as this one sent in deep, giving chase. This is Gualiano. Good effort there from Cross. Cross back. And the shot from distance from Grace Miller directly into the navel of a Pitt player. So with the shot block back the other way, one shot on, that one saved with the pad by Emma Nadeau. It was a long rebound, but came out of the zone. Now here come the Purple Eagles, firing one on and blocked again. It was Skylar Berube that time. She had a couple of really nifty-looking chances develop, and none of them have wound up really getting on net. Gualiano turns the puck over. Opportunity now for the Panthers. And player goes down in the slot. No whistle, no call. And puck comes back out to the neutral zone. Maya Tahara, Isabella Barbero sent that deep. Puck is now loose again in the slot and behind the net. Giving chase to this one was Grace Miller. Puck able to maintain in the zone for Pitt. Around towards the corner. Going to send this one up past Van Halteren. She's giving chase against Barbero into the corner. Van Halteren tries to send towards the slot. Nobody home. Can they get the puck out? No. At the blue line. Good play. Firing one on, and that one sticked away by Ella Venters. Final 4 minutes here of the first period. Niagara looking for a response. They haven't been able to get off a lot of clean-looking chances. Pitt's done a good job getting in the way of the shooting lane, and some good contact there. Nice check thrown by Isabella Barbero to separate player from puck. Van Halteren will try to send deep. Can't get it there. Natalie Pirelli, the defenseman, makes a good play to make sure that that didn't get deep. She's able to go off for a change now. Pass up and intercepted by the Panthers. Good work there from Madison Sloan. Sloan back with it again. Backhands it toward the corner. Panthers see if they can establish some forecheck here. Player goes down. Looked like Primiano went down, and I think we're going to get a penalty coming here against the Panthers. Yeah, arm is up. Goalie has left the net. This sent deep by Van Halteren, and with 3 minutes and 3 seconds to go, Niagara will go back to the power play for the second time in this game. Trailing 1-0. The only goal of the first coming from Fletcher Littleton. We'll see what Niagara tries to set up here. We saw on that first power play, looked like they were trying to create a redirection in front a couple of times and just did not work. But the players were there. The real estate was established. See what happens here as the face-off is won. Good puck, fired from the blue line, doesn't get on net. Chloe Gualiano trying to center one, and her pass, someone got in the way of it, and finally cleared and sent all the way down by Emma Deal. Pass back up for Gualiano. This Niagara team in their 4th year of existence. There are a couple of senior players who were freshmen when Niagara won the league before, and they're hoping to do it again. Puck came up and got behind Castellan. And then this one sent up for Annabelle Cross. She couldn't quite make the play. Pitt going back the other way shorthanded with some speed. Opportunity, shot on, and it was Littleton again, gloved by Emma Nadeau, and she has seen enough. So she freezes it with 1:06 remaining on the power play, 2:09 remaining in the first period. 1-0 Pitt. Niagara on the power play with the top seed a little bit on the ropes here in this first period. They've played a decent game at 5-on-5, though their power play here has not looked great. But tell you what, this might be a situation where Littleton may very well be the best player of anybody on the ice, and what a difference that makes to have the literal best player. So far in this first period, she has been the most noticeable. Pass up to Van Halteren. She's also been good for Niagara. Her pass across to the far side. Now let's see if Niagara can establish some real estate here. Trying to pass it through the slot, didn't get there. Pitt's going to get a chance to clear, and not all the way down, but out of the zone. Fontaine, little D to D, puck came free. Niagara right back with it. Here comes the captain, Primiano, leaving this one back towards the blue line. Castellan now. Niagara could use some help from her. 14 points in 14 games for her. Great dish to the far side. Shot seems to have gone wide. Puck seemed to roll up on Primiano. Pass comes back out towards the wall. Primiano retrieves it. She's at the half wall, back towards the point. Shot doesn't get through once again. Back to Primiano. Has a player in the slot, fired on, and what a save. No rebound opportunity there. Van Halteren with maybe the best chance of the day for Fargino's Purple Eagles. And the power play is over. Pitt able to negate a potential icing here. Down under a minute to go. Pass up, that one hit the skates of Annabelle Cross. Cross working in. Cross fired one, and I think Venter's got a piece of it. Enough of it to matter. Megan Piccolo sent that one up, and 21 seconds to go here. See if anyone can get one final chance on this one. Fired high, and actually getting a piece of it with the glove was Nadeau. It went behind the net. Down to the final 10 seconds. A little bit of an opportunity developing to send this one all the way down. This is an icing and maybe a bit of a misplay there. I believe it was Grace Miller who fired it down, and don't know if she was trying to create a situation where one of her players could try to go and get it, or if she was thinking there was less time than there was, but that's going to lead to an opportunity for the Panthers, who will send out a fresh unit. Face-off is going to come on the right side for Pitt. And a right-handed player taking the face-off, but we have a whistle here. That's Rebecca Ogorodnikov. Typically anchors the second line, excuse me. Now, Pitt runs about, typically in a typical game, 7 regular forwards, so they do some rotating when who plays sort of that third forward spot on the second line and the third line, but she is the staple on the second line as the center. So they put 0.8 of a second back on the clock here, 4.4 seconds remaining in the first period. Ogorodnikov, a face-off win, could lead to a potential opportunity for the Panthers. It's won by Niagara and then sent out of the zone. That one hit the skates of Katie Melvin, and that will do it for period number 1. 1-0. Pitt leads after 1. Fletcher Littleton with the goal, her 11th of the season. And the leading scorer for the Panthers is the reason that the number 4 seed is out in front of the number 1 seed here in College Hockey East's Women's Division II semifinal action. We'll step aside, return after the intermission with your second period here in Morgantown. Moment. Nobody could get a stick on it. Pitt still, though, maintaining possession here. Emily Gallagher's squad shot on, and goal number 1, Fletcher Littleton. Goal number 11 for her. To skate this one out off of a misplay. Some space, shot, fired on, and gloved. Emma Nadeau makes this backhand pass. Puck is loose in the low slot. Nobody could get a shot on it, and it finally came back to a Pitt Panther. Out of the zone, great play. Now a 2-on-1 potentially developing into mid-ice for Van Halteren. Shot on and saved by Ella Venters. She was the navel of a Pitt player. So with the shot block back the other way, one shot on, that one saved with the pad by Emma Nadeau. Back to Primiano. Has a player in the slot, fired on, and what a save. No rebound opportunity there. Van Halteren with maybe the best chance of the day. Pass up, that one hit the skates of Annabelle Cross. Cross working in. Cross fired one, and I think Venters got a piece of it. Enough of it.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
I use Book a Limo on all my trips. They have drivers everywhere.
I always feel safe when I travel with their chauffeurs, from hello to goodbye.
Checking rates, booking, and managing clients' reservations online is so easy.
The confirmations, trip reminders, and car status updates are great when I'm on the go.
I want my clients to have the best experience during their trip. That's why I've used Book a Limo for the past 30 years.
What's your destination? Book a limo, any car, anywhere.
Looking for real 100% natural pain relief? Hey, Kurt Angle, 1996 Olympic gold medalist and 13-time world champion here. Trust me, I know pain. You can either suffer or manage it. That's why I use Curable Active to help relieve my aches and pains naturally. Curable Active topicals have you covered with fast-acting, all-natural pain relief the Kurt Angle way. Look for Curable in stores or go to curable.com and get 20% off. Use promo code USA at KURIBL.com. Looking for real 100% natural pain relief? Hey, Kurt Angle, 1996 Olympic gold medalist and 13-time world champion here. Trust me, I know pain. You can either suffer or manage it. That's why I use Curable Active to help relieve my aches and pains naturally. Curable Active topicals have you covered with fast-acting, all-natural pain relief the Kurt Angle way. Look for Curable in stores or go to curable.com and get 20% off. Use promo code USA at KURIBL.com.
One field, one coach, one moment. That's all it takes to change a child's future. That's something that I want to be a part of. How about you? I'm Matt Major, Area Director of Ambassadors Football Pittsburgh. Get involved today. Visit us online and join the team.
Hewitt creating space. Hewitt turning. Scoring! Marshall Hewitt has won the Penguins Cup championship for the Seneca Valley Raiders with 12:29 to play in triple overtime. And don't ever play Lady of Spain again. Hewitt creating space. Hewitt turning, scoring! Marshall Hewitt has won the Penguins Cup championship for the Seneca Valley Raiders with 12:29 to play in triple overtime. And don't ever play Lady of Spain again.
Hey, it's Aaron Miller, the Pittsburgh mortgage guy, letting you know mortgage rates have dropped, and it might be time to refinance or cash out your equity. I'll run your cost-benefit options to see if it makes sense. Call me, your trusted mortgage advisor.
Looking for real 100% natural pain relief? Hey, Kurt Angle, 1996 Olympic gold medalist and 13-time world champion here. Trust me, I know pain. You can either suffer or manage it. That's why I use Curable Active to help relieve my aches and pains naturally. Curable Active topicals have you covered with fast-acting, all-natural pain relief the Kurt Angle way. Look for Curable in stores or go to curable.com and get 20% off. Use promo code USA at KURIBL.com.
From horses to hunting, Carhartt to Carolina, 2 wheels or 4, from Timberland Pro to playing in the snow. What do all these people have in common? They shop at Locust Grove Country Shop in Apollo. Call 724-478-1846 or online at locustgrovepa.com.
Do you need well or pump service for your home, farm, or business? Adams & Sons Pump Service in Canton has the experience and equipment to do the job right. Since 1954, Adams & Sons have offered well drilling, pump repair, water treatment systems, holding tanks, excavation, and drainage work. Plus, quality-built, dependable stainless pumps for all applications. Adams & Sons provides experienced, bonded, and insured professionals serving all of Ohio. Call 855-4MY-WATER or visit adamspumpservice.com.
Why are so many companies, unions, and organizations across the country choosing the Avia dental plan?
Because group plans start at as little as $5 per month, and groups can save 20 to 80% off of high-quality dental care.
Everyone qualifies, and there's no waiting or limits on visits to the dentist.
Call now and save $20. Plus, get 3 months free.
Call now and you may be able to save $20 and get 3 months free. 1-888-431-CARE or visit aviadental.com.
One field, one coach, one moment. That's all it takes to change a child's future. That's something that I want to be a part of. How about you? I'm Matt Major, Area Director of Ambassadors Football Pittsburgh. Get involved today. Visit us online and join the team.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save. Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Looking for a real 100.
Back in Morgantown at the Ice Pavilion here at Milan Park. Alex Wiederspiel here with you. The Pitt Panthers leading the top-seeded Niagara Purple Eagles after 1-0. Fletcher Littleton with the only goal in that first period. And Littleton, talented two-way player who plays defense but has 11 goals on the season, more than anybody else appearing in this game. Niagara went 0 for 2 on the power play in that first period, had a couple of really good looks on that second man advantage in particular, and we're officially back underway. Trying to chip that one up the ice, didn't get there for Bukowski. Puck comes loose in the slot. It was Lillian Drazgowski who made a play on the puck just a moment ago. This is Skylar Berube. Puck comes back to the blue line. Pitt able to send this one deep, and that'll allow them to go get a change. One player in, forcing the issue. Good clean exit for Niagara. This is Chloe Gualiano, number 1 center. Gets this one back with a chance on a backhander, doesn't go. That's Fontaine again. Sylvie Fontaine sends it deep. She just had that missed chance with the backhander. Puck turned over underneath the red line. Chasing into the corner. Looked like the Purple Eagles were able to get a change of the forward grouping, but not their defense pairing. It's still the jackpot pair of Primiano and Berube out there. Pass sent up for Van Halteren. Boy, she was active in that first period. And you got to think if someone's going to get a goal in this one, it feels like it's going to be Van Halteren for this Niagara team. There she is again. Puck at the half wall. This one flipped up on the netminder Venters, and she will glove it. Van Halteren on the season, hungry for that first goal. Did not score in 12 games this year for Niagara. This is a well-coached team. Rob Fargino's squad really good defensively. Have only allowed 5 goals in their last 5 games, but struggling to find some offense in this one. And off the face-off, fired one that Venters made the save on. Ella Venters has been good. She saves another and flips it into her glove. Second time she's done that in 3 shots. Basically using her stick and or pads to flip the puck up and then glove it cleanly. Leads to another face-off here. Nice start, though, for the Purple Eagles here in the period of the long change, as they put some pressure on in the early stages of this one. Into the corner now, trying to get the puck back towards the blue line. Now pinching in was Primiano. Puck comes out, and here come the Panthers back the other way. This one fired towards the red line, back behind the net. Good check into the corner there by Emma Deal for the Panthers. Puck came back to Lillian Drozdowski. She sends this one up for Alexandria Frank, excuse me. Puck flips around and up towards the half wall. Pitt's going to be able to get this one out. But it's going to be an icing. Misplayed there plenty of time. Not sure what the thought process was there on the decision. Believe that was Emma Deal who ultimately fired that one deep, but nonetheless, it is a 1-0 Pitt lead here in this semifinal game, and one of the best parts of this time of year is winner-go-home hockey. Unlike the NHL, there is no 7-game series. The margin for error in these games incredibly small. Because you only get one. This one flipped down and giving chase. Let's see, this will be another icing as Fontaine touched up. Much of this second period, where not even 3 minutes gone by, has been played in this Pitt zone. Niagara not getting elite chances here, but they've had 3 pretty good chances in the period thus far. Ooh, and just overskating the puck a little bit. Fontaine was able to go back and get it. Sent it deep to Bukowski, and then looked like they were trying to get it back to Fontaine. Now it's behind the net. Panthers with it, going to try and send this one out, and it will skip over the stick briefly of Lily Tejera. She gets this back over to her defense partner, Fontaine. Fontaine is the extra defender, so typically will play minutes with everybody, though the pairings for Niagara, I mentioned the jackpot pairing, but they'll also typically like to run Tejera and Grace Miller. This one's sent in deep, and giving chase is Chloe Gualiano. That top line out for Niagara. Puck skips out of the zone, so Niagara will have to try and reestablish once again. This is Hollowell. Zoe Hollowell couldn't quite do that. Puck comes back to the Niagara blue line, and again, it's worth noting here, as little contact there, and taken up now by Fontaine. Fontaine with an opportunity, fires one on, and this one is covered. Good work from Ella Venters, who made sure that she was in the right spot and hasn't had to do a ton of moving, and kind of wondering if Niagara is going to have to get a little more east-west rather than north-south if they're going to try and find this goal here. Venters has not really had any issues with the stuff that's been straight on. D-to-D passing at the blue line. Then fired towards the netminder, didn't get through. Pitt able to clear the zone. Opportunity developing. That's Madison Sloan. Lost the puck. Niagara trying to get zone time established here. Puck being chased into the corner by Zoe Hollowell. Good effort there from Mara Tomaszek to get that away, and Pitt will clear the zone. And now a little one-on-one developing. Here's Littleton. Puck was knocked away from her, and now all of a sudden, some numbers here. Opportunity at the dot, firing that one wide. Skylar Berube, maybe the best chance of the day, and doesn't get it on net. Boy, that was a slow developing play, but all of a sudden, Berube looked like she had all the real estate she wanted. Puck free in the high slot. Can anyone get to it? Not cleared out of the zone. Here comes Castellan. Castellan in a bit of a stick battle here in the corner. Lays a hit, no call. Puck comes free, sliding through the zone. And finally, in the far corner, Niagara came up with it for just a moment. Squirts free at the dot, chasing this down is Berube. Skylar Berube lost the puck. I think she might have left it behind her, so here come the Panthers. Haven't had a ton of great opportunities, really any opportunities here in this second period as Shayna Tallman sends that one deep. Tallman, one of the rotating wingers for the Panthers, seeing a little more action than she did in the first period. Katie Melvin goes to give chase to that puck in the corner and lost it. Good forecheck from Niagara. Couldn't connect on the pass, though, and cleared out of the zone. Heading back down for the puck, that was Lily Tejera. All the way down, looked like this got redirected. No icing here. So the foot race wasn't for anything other than puck possession, and Pitt wins it. They're back the other way. The Panthers trying to stick this through the center of the ice. Nice effort there from Littlejohn, and then she takes a hard hit into the boards. No call there. She is slow to get up. Puck sticked away as it came through the crease. Nadeau, that's the first time she's touched the puck here in the second period. Littleton skating very slowly to the bench. She is there now, and looks like she is getting some attention. Let's see if she is okay. That would be an enormous loss if she had to miss a shift, let alone potentially any time longer than that. Panthers developing an opportunity here. Gambino got it back to the point, firing one on. That didn't get on. Pirelli couldn't find either a stick to redirect it or a netminder. Good effort from Mara Tomaszek working into the corner. Stick that one around and nobody home, so Lily Tejera comes back up with it. Tejera up to Van Halteren. Van Halteren can't get it out of the zone for the Purple Eagles. Comes all the way back to the dot. Sent up looking for a long stretch pass. Van Halteren comes up with it. Van Halteren stops, nice play, fires one on net, and I think that hit the skate of one of the Panther defenders. Grace Miller sends this one around. Van Halteren giving chase. Boy, Van Halteren has done everything in this game but score as she loses her stick there, and this sent out of the zone, and now a foot race developing. This will not be icing. Giving chase is Emma Deal, and nice effort there as Deal couldn't quite get to that puck. Really good edge work from Skylar Berube, who has had some of the best chances today for the Purple Eagles. Pass up, trying to stick that one into the zone was Castellan. She got it into the zone, but nobody was there to retrieve, so Pitt sends it back the other way. Panthers doing a little better on the territorial battle here in the last couple of shifts of the second period. Puck squeaks over to Van Halteren. Van Halteren to her right, tries to fire one to her left, wide of the net. We've gone through 8 minutes, nearly 9 minutes now, We're about to hit the 11-minute mark in this second period. And potentially some numbers here developing for the Panthers. Puck loose in the slot, stolen away. Here's Berube, and now it's Niagara with numbers. The Purple Eagles, Van Halteren lost the puck. Good stick work there for the Panthers. That was Katie Melvin. And this one comes all the way back down. This will be icing on Niagara. Part of what's worked well for Pitt today is that when they have absolutely needed a play, they've had a blue liner available to make it. And Melvin, who just skated by on the screen there, number 18, made one of the bigger ones that we've seen and broke up a potential rush opportunity, erasing that play. Now a Pitt face-off one, or excuse me, a Pitt offensive zone face-off won by Niagara. Coming back out. Purple Eagles unable to establish any possession. Berube sold out for the steal, couldn't get it, sent deep by Gambino. Grace Miller forked that one towards her left. Puck squirted free in front of the slot. Nobody was home, but awfully close. Isabella Burt was nearby. That could have been trouble. Castellan working her way up. Can't get that puck through, and she's going to head off for a change as this is sent deep. Ooh, little hit from behind, a reverse hit. I don't even know if that was on purpose. Drzegalski went down hard. Puck is still in the zone and then comes out. Niagara's captain, Primiano, sends this one up. No icing here. It's Melvin giving chase for the Panthers. We've played the entirety of the second period at 5-on-5. Panthers have yet to have a power play of their own. They've killed 2 of Niagara's. This back out to Primiano. Primiano in prime position, and I think Primiano might have been shooting for a redirection, and it doesn't get on net. Turnover now here in the slot. Opportunity fired on and loose in front. They still don't get a shot on goal. Bukowski had the look and hit one of her own players. Long pass up, and Pitt will go the other way with it, though, without numbers here. They're able to gain the zone. Good work boxing out there by Katie Melvin, and then she loses an edge and goes down. Puck is on its side, fluttering. Bukowski trying to get to it, couldn't. Primiano with it again. Long shift here for her. Nice work there from Gualiano. Gualiano weaving in and out to her left. Gualiano firing one on from a not great angle. I don't know that Venters had to make the save there. I think she watched it whiz past her ear. Puck comes free again. Lily Tejera. Tejera working towards the far side ice. Lost the puck into a sea of Panther uniforms. Here comes Pitt. Emma Deal crosses the blue line. Gains the zone and trying to find someone in the slot. Found a Niagara player. Looked like it was Lily Tejera who touched the puck. Correction, Zoe Hollowell. Hollowell nearly came up with it. Good defensive effort there from the Panthers, and back the other way they go. That's Barbero who's able to get this one deep. Gambino giving chase, has it in the corner, trying to get this one towards the dot. Back to Gambino in the corner. Gambino through the slot, well read there by the alternate captain, Berube. Skylar Berube with some speed now, weaving past one defender. Berube working towards the corner, overskates the puck. And this will stay in the zone, fired back around towards the near side corner. Back to the half wall now. Here's Van Halteren around. Going to try and play a little bit of the cycle game here. Nice job by Van Halteren slowing that one down. Going to be a battle between her and Sarah Seto. That's Seto 1. And then finally cleared out of the zone. Basically through the stick of a Niagara player, but it is going to be icing. That was Berube who tried to make a play on it, but it skipped over her stick for an icing. 7:05 to go in what has been a lightning quick second period. 1-0 Niagara on top. We've had very few stoppages and no penalties. Face-off one, back to Berube. Berube chooses to fire one around. Kind of feels like Niagara's looking for that perfect opportunity right now, and they may need to start firing some on net just to create some chaos. Maybe create a rebound or two. Into the slot, this one gets through, out of the zone, and having to go all the way back is Grace Miller. That'll allow the Panthers to change. And again, we are in the long change here, so any chance you can do that cleanly, you're more than happy with. This puck sent up to Frank. Alexandria Frank firing one on, and Frank is stonewalled by Ella Venters, who will cover. 6:26 to go in the second period. It's the first of two games, a doubleheader in the Women's Division II bracket. The 2-3 game featuring West Virginia and Mercyhurst coming up about 9 o'clock tonight, and we hope you'll tune in for that as well. It's been all the way back down, no icing here as Primiano goes back to make the play. Pitt player goes down, no call. Yes, actually, correction, yes call. We're going to get the first Panther power play of the day. That cowbell you're hearing is actually coming from a Niagara fan. I don't know if he is aware this is a penalty against the Purple Eagles, and I think they're going to get the captain, Primiano. Huge opportunity here for the Panthers. They got Premiano for roughing on the play. Huge opportunity, quick shot on, and a glove save. Maybe the best of the day for Nadeau. We have not seen Emma Nadeau have to make a ton of saves in this second period, and she was ready for that one. Another opportunity here, Isabella Burt to take the face-off. Chasing around, this is Skylar Berube. Berube sends this up towards the half wall, able to keep this one in for the Panthers is Barbero. Barbero back towards the half wall, it's Burt. Burt back underneath the red line. Burt skating towards switching positions. Opportunity, shot on. Netminder didn't see it, but the puck goes wide. Might have hit a body in front and redirected wide. Another shot from a bad angle there, didn't get through. Puck loose in the slot. Who can get to it first? It's the Panthers. Emma Deal, she's had a strong day today. Deal working around. We have not seen Littleton, by the way, since she got hurt. Keep that in mind. Took a hard shot and is not on this power play. Quick shot on. That one didn't get through. Barbero back at the point. Puck is at the half wall. They want to go to Barbero, who is not able to maintain the zone. She'll go back and get the puck. Try to send it deep to no avail, and finally cleared by the Purple Eagles. Gambino trying to pass through the slot. Gambino was looking for Hannah Zipperstein. Didn't go. Some contact there right at the blue line. Could have been close to a hook there. No call. And looks like going to be able to melt some more time off the last 25 seconds of this power play. Nice effort from Gualiano of Niagara. Entering the zone, there's Littleton. Good to see her back out there. Littleton, puck was loose at the dot. She scored on the other dot back in the first period. The right dot here on the other side of the ice. And that will do it for the power play. Pitt doesn't get a lot of opportunity on that power play, but it is the first time we've seen that unit. Either way, it is good to see Fletcher Littleton back out for the Panthers. 4 minutes exactly to go here in period number 2. The Panthers, who have been playing so much better of late, trying to pull an upset. Great move, and then a weak shot from Gambino. Didn't hit it cleanly, and an easy save for Nadeau. Gambino made a terrific move. Gualiano trying to come up with the puck, and we've got a whistle. Looked like she might have been offside, so we'll get a couple of line changes here. And let's see the lines that they come out with. Second line for Niagara and top line for Pitt. Here's Castellan. She's been quiet today. Castellan fired one, didn't get it on cleanly. It looked like Tomaszek got a stick on it. Mara Tomaszek's had a couple of those plays today where she's been in the right place at the right time. At center ice, this one flipped in by Tejera, Lily Tejera, to be specific. Puck came back towards the Niagara zone. Grace Miller got this one up. Trying to corral was Castellan. Didn't get it. Now she's able to give chase to it. She's all alone. Castellan working from a terrible angle. I don't even know if that one got on net. She had lots of real estate, but definitely not an angle that I'm sure she was thrilled with. Pitt doing a good job managing the most high danger areas of the ice here for the most part as that puck comes behind the net. 1-0 here. Only goal came early in the first period, and since then it has been back and forth, a battle for real estate, for territory, and some good special teams efforts from the penalty kill. Here's Zoe Hollowell. Puck comes behind the net, taken by the Panthers. Pass up the far side, they find Littleton. Littleton, great move. She works from right to left. Littleton at the left dot, fires one, and a great save, maybe the best of the day for Nadeau. Littleton has got a dangerous shot. That thing, a frozen rope with a little bit of rise to it. Puck squeaks to Frank. Frank, brilliant move, and the puck just flipped up on her. She couldn't get the shot off cleanly. 1:45 to go in the second. She's got it again. Frank, great move again. Towards the slot one more time, and that's the equalizer. Alexandria Frank, late in the second period, has tied this at 1. You can see it here, little tie up there, and getting the loose puck is Frank. Fires that one low, and Ella Venters, who's been pretty good in this game, lets up her first of the day. See if we can get anything more in the next 139. Looks like Maya Tejera earned an assist on the play. Opportunity developing 2-on-1, flipping that one. What a save to keep that one out. Oh, Ella Venters sells out and makes the play for the Panthers. But boy, Niagara's got something cooking now. 1:09 to play in the second. You see this replay again here as the puck just kind of squirts free away from Tomaszek. And a brilliant pass there from Gualiano, but no finish there for Annabelle Cross. Great save from Venters. Now can the Panthers survive the period? Those are back-to-back high-danger chances. This one sent up and giving chase is Littleton. And then Littleton goes down hard again. No call that time. Sent up for Bukowski. Gualiano. And Bukowski working with it against two Panthers, including Pirelli. Puck is tied up right in front of the blue line. Gualiano finally comes up with it down to 35 seconds to go. Gualiano tried to center that pass into the slot. Comes back out to her. Does she have time to get a shot up? And Gualiano has given Niagara the lead. 2 goals in a span of almost 60 seconds. The Purple Eagles have their first lead of the evening. Beating the glove of Ella Venters. Gualiano's 8th goal of the season. And how about that? About 1 minute and 3 seconds apart. Frank's 9th goal. She leads the team. Gualiano's 8th. She's 2nd on the team. 15 seconds to go, and we have a brand new hockey game. It was a quiet second period. It was 1-0 for a while. This one fired on and swallowed by Nadeau. Making sure to get fully in front of that one. 4.8 seconds to go, but if Niagara can get out of this offensive zone faceoff, and this is how we ended the first period as well, Pitt with an offensive zone faceoff, they couldn't quite turn into anything here. They're going to send out Zipperstein to take this. And Zipperstein looked like for a moment she had won it back. That should just about do it as Hollowell sends it. Wanted to give chase, but wasn't enough time. 2 goals in the final 90 seconds. We'll step aside briefly, come back. There will be no prolonged intermission. They do not cut the ice between the second and third. We're back right after this on 10-Band TV. 2-1, Niagara leads. a moment. Nobody could get a stick on it. Pitt still, though, maintaining possession here. Emily Gallagher's squad, shot on, and goal number 1, Fletcher Littleton. Goal number 11 for her. To skate this one out off of a misplay. Some space, shot, fired on, and gloved. Emma Nadeau makes this backhand pass. Puck is loose in the low slot. Nobody could get a shot on it, and it finally came back to a Pitt Panther. Out of the zone, great play. Now a 2-on-1 potentially developing into mid-ice for Van Halteren. Shot on and saved by Ella Venters. She was the navel of a Pitt player. So with the shot block back the other way, one shot on, that one saved with the pad by Emma Nadeau. Back to Primiano. Has a player in the slot, fired on, and what a save. No rebound opportunity there. Van Halteren with maybe the best chance of the day. Pass up, that one hit the skates of Annabelle Cross. Cross working in. Cross fired one, and I think Venters got a piece of it. The other way, the Panthers trying to stick this through the center of the ice. Nice effort there from Littlejohn, and then she takes a hard hit into the board. Cleanly, 1:45 to go in the second. She's got it again. Frank, great move again. Towards the slot one more time, and that's the equalizer. Alexandria Frank, late in the second period, has tied this at 1. Looks like Maya Tejera earned an assist on the play. Opportunity developing, 2-on-1, flipping that one. What a save to keep that one out. Oh, Ella Venters sells out and makes the play. 5 seconds to go. Gualiano tried to center that pass into the slot. Comes back out to her. Does she have time to get a shot up? And Gualiano has given Niagara the lead. 2 goals in a span of almost 60 seconds. That turnover on the second goal, that's the stuff of nightmare fuel for a coach. I'm sure Emily Gallagher wasn't thrilled with it, but we get underway, third period here. Gualiano wants another one, and on the first shot of the third, she beats Ella Venters, and Niagara is cooking with gas now. 3-1. And all 3 goals have come in about 1:45, dating back to late in the second period. 14 seconds into this one, and it is 3-1 now in the third period. Just a brilliant win there by Gualiano against Isabella Barbero. Fontaine picks up the assist on Gualiano's second goal of this game. Puck comes out to Fontaine now. She's working at the half wall and goes down. Bit of an awkward collapse into the corner. Hollowell and Fontaine fighting to get it back. And Pitt now with some real estate. Here's Littleton. Nice move to the left. Littleton fires and a big save for Nadeau. What a start to this third period. Niagara scores on their first shot, and Pitt had a chance on theirs. Their leading goal scorer on a breakaway. And this one sent out, no icing here. This is going to roll all the way down, and Nadeau makes the play. Puck fired towards the net, glove down by Grace Miller. Coming back out into the slot. This is trouble here, trying to stuff this in. Nadeau trying to make the play, and they're going to say she got on top of it. 3-1 Niagara leads here. The top seed looking to punch their ticket to the championship game tomorrow here at the Pavilion. We'll have an offensive zone face-off coming for the Panthers, and their number 1 line, Isabella Burt, will take it. Won by Niagara, and the Purple Eagles are able to get this out of the zone. We'll see how Rob Fargino chooses to deploy some of his units here in this third period, now with a 2-goal lead, though it is very, very early. Nice athleticism from one of the officials there on the far side, jumping away out of harm's way of that puck and not getting in the way of the player skating. This now skated out by Isabella Barbero. Puck came loose in the slot. Trying to clear that one was Madigan O'Donnell. She couldn't get it out of the zone. Still in for the Panthers, though they have retreated for a change here, so seeding that zone a little bit. And now here comes Niagara. We'll see with a 2-goal lead. Do they just roll their lines here? Not sure exactly what the plan will be. Premiano gets in front of that shot. The captain made sure it didn't get on net. Good block for her. Alexandria Frank scored the first goal, just sent that one deep for the Purple Eagles. And Premiano then came back out to her. She sent it deep again. So multiple line changes here, multiple changes, I should say, at forward for the Purple Eagles. Get players off and on the bench. This one comes out of the zone and then fired towards the half wall by Gualiano, who has 2 goals, one at the end of the second period and one 14 seconds into the third period. She herself scored about a minute and 25 seconds apart in game action, essentially. On the score sheet, that's what it'll look like. In real time, it was probably closer to like 6 minutes. Neutral zone dot face-off. And all the way towards the pit bench. Here's Littleton. She sticked that one forward, but to no avail. Now the Panthers working offside. Hard working from Sloan there, or excuse me, from Tomaszek there. But player was already off. So we'll get another neutral zone dot face-off coming here. Face-off won by Niagara, immediately taken by Pitt. Van Halteren sent that one back. I think the saddest thing today will be that Van Halteren does not get a goal. She has been excellent for Niagara here really through this whole game, but just hasn't found a way to get the back of the net. Opportunity developing. Here's Littleton. Couple of big moves from Littleton, and I don't know if she actually got the shot off. I'm not sure Nadeau had to make a save there. Back quickly the other way. Here they come. It's the Purple Eagles. Big move from Castellan. Couldn't get a shot off. Puck squeaks free. Not quite out of the zone. Now to Littleton. And she will send this one up, though intercepted by Tejera. Lily Tejera makes the play. And that will lead to a line change for the Panthers as they just send this one deep. Strong neutral zone play from Niagara of late. And that has made all the difference here. Is, again, you go over their last 15 periods of hockey. Now it's 17 periods of hockey, and this team has allowed 6 goals in 17 periods, and with a real chance here to make it 18. So 1 goal per game for 6 straight games. Puck came loose at center ice. Little stick on that one. Grace Miller makes the play. Comes out to Miller again. She exits with some speed. Miller working on Pirelli. She'll pull up. Tries to fire one across. Nobody home in the slot there. Back towards the half wall. Doesn't quite come out of the zone. And nice work there from Alexandria Frank. And now opportunity developing. Another shot on. Here's the rebound. That one didn't go for Drazgowski into the slot. Fire to save there. Big opportunity, and that one could have been the backbreaker. Niagara not able to connect. Back to the blue line. Soft shot fired on, didn't get through. Defender able to make the play, then sends it around the wall. Another one fired quickly on from a bad angle. That was Alexandria Frank again. And Ella Venters needed to be on her toes there and was. A little more than 6 minutes gone by here in the third period. 1 goal in the first period for Pitt. 2 late goals in the second period for Niagara. 1 early goal in the third period here for Niagara, and that's how we're at 3-1. 1 goal for Frank, 2 goals for Gualiano, and the opening goal back in the first period, Fletcher Littleton of the Panthers. Pass up, that one went through a couple of players, lands on Zipperstein's stick. She fires one that's saved by Nadeau and sent into the corner. Good work from Nadeau there. Put that in the least dangerous place it could be if she wasn't going to be able to freeze it. Now we have a tie-up near the blue line, comes out for Niagara, but the puck squirted off the stick of Gualiano. Opportunity developing for Barbero. Barbero beneath the red line. Barbero skating. Barbero comes back out, picking up some speed towards the blue line. Littleton gives chase behind the net. Good shift here for the Panthers, but they haven't really been able to get a legit chance, and it comes out of the zone, and now with some space, here's Gualiano. Gualiano fires one. That one's over the net. Barbero for the Panthers. Left it behind her for Littleton. Littleton made a couple of moves, but the third attempt at a move results in a turnover, and Gualiano clears it out of the zone and then goes for a change. Neutral zone turnover by the Panthers. Allows Niagara to send it deep. Panthers will give chase. Back up, that one gets past the outstretched stick of Isabella Burt. Top line out for the Panthers. They need to find something. Katie Melvin with the puck, tries to fire one on, that's wide of the net. Rebound opportunity for Emma Deal. Deal, can she get that puck into better real estate? She's tied up. Puck comes loose near the dot, and Niagara's going to be able to carry this one out of the zone, sending deep. Nice effort there from Van Halteren. And then a tie-up leads to the puck going to Castellan. Castellan backhander, saved by Venters. Still with the puck into the slot. Big opportunity. Berube fires one on. I don't think it got through. No one seems to know where the puck is. Finally back out Castellan with another opportunity. Her shot doesn't get through cleanly. Into the corner. She'll give chase again. Great shift for Castellan, but not able to get a shot off, and finally sent deep by the Panthers, or at least as deep as they could get it. Skylar Berube was there to make the play on the puck. Little flip out of the neutral zone, didn't quite get into the Panther zone, and now here come the Panthers back the other way. Shot doesn't get through, good block there. Looked like Berube who made that play. Now she goes to chase the puck. Berube along with Primiano, the jackpot pair, as I've been calling them in this game, because they are 7 and 77, so trip sevens. Ooh, a sneaky shot fired on. I do think Nadeau got a piece of that. We're nearing the midway point of the third period. Niagara with lots of time. Fontaine will send this one deep. Sylvie Fontaine, who essentially is her own pair, and we've got a tie-up here in the corner, and it looks like we've got a power play coming. From what I can tell, this is going to be a Panther power play. I take it back. Might this be a 4-on-4? I think they got them both. Yeah, that's exactly what happened here, as Rebecca Ogorodnikoff and Lillian Drzkowski are both going to the box. So we'll skate 4 aside here for the next 2 minutes. 10-10 remaining in the third. 3-1 lead for Niagara. They have scored 3 unanswered after Pitt scored the first goal. Lot of space on the ice. Gualiano will take the face-off. She's got Van Halteren to her left for Niagara. Face-off won by Gualiano. Shot doesn't get through. Came out to Emma Deal. She couldn't move that up. Back in, here's Gualiano, the number 1 center for the number 1 seed. Her pass into the slot didn't get through. Shot attempt there from Van Halteren was blocked. Quick pass off the skate and redirects towards Lily Tejera. We are under 10 to play here in the third and final period unless Pitt can rally. Nice move there. And the Panthers trying to pick up some speed. That was Deal, sent it deep. She'll go off for a change. Now here comes Niagara. They'll enter with some speed after making a change. Quite the shot on. Puck then landed between the legs of the Niagara player. I think that might have been Frank again. Yeah, Alexandria Frank, who already has a goal in this one, nearly creates another one here in the 4-on-4, showing off her wheels. And we'll have 59 seconds left in the power play. Or, excuse me, 59 seconds left in the 4-on-4, not the power play. And Pitt wins the face-off here. Panthers send this one up and out of the zone. Let's see what the Panthers can get working here with Isabella Burt. Burt working, drops this one behind. Opportunity shot on and saved by Nadeau. Gambino tried to go low, and Nadeau was not fooled. 43 seconds remaining on the 4-on-4. Encouraging to see both of these teams trying to use their speed here, as there have been times where this one's been a little quagmired in the neutral zone, but you can see with that extra skater off, it's given these teams a chance to maybe open it up a little bit, which you would think if you're the Panthers, you're hoping, can that potentially benefit us here, down a goal and needing a little extra space on the ice. So far has not been the case, as this one is sticked out and up towards Castellan. Castellan, dangerous turnover there. Fortunately for Niagara, Berube was back there to make a play on the puck and then sticking it out of the zone. Nice effort there from Annabelle Cross, sent back in deep, and giving chase is Primiano, part of the jackpot pair. Get a line change here, as Melvin sends that one up. And we are officially back to 5-on-5. 8 minutes, fewer than 8 minutes to play here. Nice stick work there. Opportunity developing to Littleton. She's all alone. Littleton fires, and a monster save by Nadeau. Looked like she tried to go 5-hole, and Nadeau said no. Still an opportunity here, though, for Pitt. The puck has not come out of the zone yet. Nice effort there to stick this one down. Big chance. Shot didn't get through there for Barbero. Good block, and then sent deep again by Ogorodnikov, who just served that penalty for Pitt on the coincidental minors. Man, the Panthers have had a couple of opportunities for their star goal scorer Littleton, as this one fired on from distance by Ogorodnikov and saved by Nadeau. She sticked it away. Puck is now up near the half wall, right by that Purple Eagle bench. Trying to skate this one free and out of the zone, and finally successfully done by Grace Miller. Pitt has applied a little more pressure here the last couple of shifts. Puck comes free and now giving chase. This is Annabelle Cross. Cross behind the net. Cross skating well. Has a player in the high slot. Puck came loose, didn't get on cleanly, no shot. And Pitt should be able to get this one away. Let's see, this is Barbero up towards the half wall and not out. Tomaszek sends around. Puck came loose in the zone again for Tomaszek. No shots here, but a lot of pressure being applied. Puck again kind of flipped up. No shot there for Cross, and finally able to get it out of the zone briefly and temporarily. Grace Miller comes right back up with it. Miller in, 1-on-1. she's kind of out of gas, it looks like. Oh, and then took a big hit, and this is going to be a power play for Niagara. I think they're going to get for a board here. Let's see. That was Barbero. And you'll be able to see it again here. I'll tell you what, I don't know that I love that call. But nonetheless, it's a power play for Niagara. And looks. All right, so they got her for what I'm told is body checking. I'm not sure the origin of that one, but nonetheless, 5:49 to play here in the third period. Officials talking things over right now. Looks like we got a timeout from the Panthers. (3-1) and a power play for Niagara. This potentially has back-breaking possibilities for the Purple Eagles as they try to clinch their spot in the championship game. College Hockey East, Women's Division II. Castellan will come out for the face-off. Van Halteren to her left. Grace Miller behind her. Berube also on this power play for the Purple Eagles. They are 0 for 2. And Alexandria Frank as well. Frank had her stick lifted there and finally coming out of it. Pitt, chance to flee the zone. Littleton, this one shot on, not from Littleton. Ooh, quick whistle there. Wasn't really gloved cleanly by the netminder. It was Littleton and Emma Deal. And Deal's shot leads to a stoppage here, so we'll get a face-off coming, but very, very quick whistle. We are late in this one. 5:32 remaining in the third. 1:43 to go. The Panthers need help. The Purple Eagles, one more goal I'm sure they'd love to get. Opportunity developed and a glove save, and that time well played by Nadeau. Didn't get it cleanly initially and then covers it. So the Panthers won a face-off here on the penalty kill in the offensive zone. And then on the second chance, they will not win it. So here comes Niagara working with some speed, 2-on-1, developing here on the power play, trying to go around the net. Puck is loose in the slot. No shot opportunity there. Van Halteren tried to get one through, and it hit a whole bunch of bodies. Back out towards the half wall now, underneath the red line, behind the net, working is Frank, Alexandria Frank. Puck bounced off the boards by Castellan. Frank comes back up with it. Castellan couldn't get that one. Coming down to pinch on the play is Grace Miller. Van Halteren giving chase. Castellan couldn't come up with it either. Back out one more time. Puck comes free out of the zone. And Gambino will try to apply some pressure here in these last 40 seconds of this power play. We're under 5 minutes to play here. Not really many opportunities that we have seen on this particular power play. And the Pitt penalty kill has been perfect so far, as they'll enter the zone with a little bit of speed. Puck comes towards Tomaszek. She can't clear it for Pitt. Cross to send this one around and does. Bukowski, lots of time and space for her. Sends back to the captain, Primiano. Bukowski fires one on. Puck came free, trying to power that one in. Power play goal for Annabelle Cross. No, they're waving it off. Cross's goal will not count. From that angle, not 100% sure why they are waving it off. But nobody's going to the box, so it will remain a 5-on-4 for 5 seconds. Last chance on this power play, and it is over. So that's been a strength for Pitt today. 3 for 3 on the penalty kill. Just have not been able to find enough offensively. Pirelli giving chase for the Panthers. Can't quite get there. Annabelle Cross had it. Backhanded it. Primiano sent that one around. Working underneath the red line. This is, if you're Rob Fargino, you're more than happy with this just to melt this clock away, even if you're not getting shots off necessarily. Ooh, and then Primiano lost one. It's Deal now. Deal overskated the puck. Comes back behind the red line. 3 minutes to go. Not able to cleanly exit the zone at first. Finally got that away from Tomaszek and out. Not quite deep, though. Now working the other way, it's Isabella Burt. Top line out for the Panthers. Net is empty. Extra skater is out. Opportunity developing. Firing this one down. Can't quite get there. Drezkowski had a chance for it. Pitt's able to get it away. Down to the final 2 minutes and 25 seconds. Got to get this out of the zone as fast as you can. This is Gambino. Gambino will enter the zone. Good work from Pitt to avoid a disaster there. Sends this one back around, and giving chase is Sloan. Up and all the way down. I don't think this one's going to be on net, so this will be an icing here. Is going to touch up for the Panthers was Isabella Barbero. 1:57 to go. Panthers will get a line change, and of course, with a face-off coming in the offensive zone, they'll keep their netminder out. We have a timeout. We'll go ahead and take a brief break. Back in a moment here on 10-Band TV. 3-1 Niagara leads.
Hey, Yins guys, just a reminder, Yinzer dogs and Cooler Beer are good food. Whether you're cooking at home or tailgating, grab an original Yinzer dog, kielbasa, pierogies, and lushkis at Giant Eagle. Yinzer dogs and Cooler Beer, a match made in Pittsburgh. Hey, Yins guys, just a reminder, Yinzer dogs and Cooler Beer are good food. Whether you're cooking at home or tailgating, grab an original Yinzer dog, kielbasa, pierogies, and lushkis at Giant Eagle. Yinzer dogs and Cooler
Panthers are going to have to dig deep here. Really, both of these teams are going to have to dig deep here. Panthers are going to throw everything they've got at it. And for the Purple Eagles, just want to keep that puck out of your own net right now. It's the most important thing. Time is on your side. 1:57 remaining. 2-goal day for Chloe Gualiano and a goal from Alexandria Frank. 1:57 remaining. Face-off one. Puck went through the slot and off a couple of sticks. Pitt actually winds up coming up with it and deflected in. The lead gets cut in half. It's 3-2. Oh, nobody could get a clean stick on it for Niagara. And guess who? Fletcher Littleton with her second of the day. Oh, man, this is a brutal scenario here. Look at this. Puck goes off 1 stick, 2 sticks, 3 sticks, and then finally just sent like the old Chris Kreider play. You just put the stick right in front, and you fire it at the stick, and Littleton just redirects it up. It is 3-2, and the Panthers have life and time. 1:45 to go. They've sent their goalie back in. She's going to come out momentarily. Gualiano missed the play. Extra skater is out. Can the Panthers find a way to rally? Littleton, great pass up the ice. Opportunity developing, no. Sticked away by Bukowski. Still in the zone and then sent on, and Doe is able to make a play on it. Not cleared out of the zone, though. Here's Emma Deal, down towards the corner. This one's sent in, and nice defensive work there from Gualiano. Gualiano trying to get it out of the zone and can't. Purple Eagles having a really hard time getting this out of the zone. Finally do, and this should be icing with under a minute to go here, as chasing that is Barbero. 56 seconds. And an offensive zone face-off for the Panthers. Can they tie the game? Looks like the top line is out, along with an extra skater. Tomaszek and Sloan. This one fired towards the net, and Nadeau is going to cover that one. 3 seconds came off the clock. I think Pirelli, they're playing, interestingly enough, Pitt playing with 3 defenders out. Pirelli along with Tomaszek and Sloan. Face-off one, then gotten out of the zone. This one won't get anywhere near enough for icing. That's a good effort there from Niagara just to be able to get a line change here. Then a turnover near the half wall. Good play there by one of the Pitt defenders to make sure that did not wind up in an empty net goal. Panthers trying to establish the zone here, desperately in need. Puck came free in the slot. Now Niagara sent up, giving chase. One last opportunity. Frank fires that one wide. Might have hit the side of the net. 16 seconds to go. Puck comes out to Fontaine. Fontaine wheels around. Little bubble route there. Down under 10 seconds to go. Panthers might be out of time. Trying to go around. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. That'll do it. The Purple Eagles are moving on to the championship game where they will face the winner of WVU and Mercyhurst. Heck of an effort from Pitt to cut the lead in half. Late in the third, got an empty netter. 2-goal day for Fletcher Littleton. She'll finish the season with 12. Niagara gets 2 from Gualiano, and that's the difference in this one. A 3-goal explosion over a span of maybe a minute and 50 seconds between the end of the second and the start of the third is the entirety of the Niagara offense in this game. But it is more than enough to get the job done. 3-2 the final here. Well, they're going to get set to cut the ice here, and we're going to get on out of here for a little bit. But when we return, the next game up, WVU and Mercyhurst, winner of that one now knows they'll be facing Niagara. We'll see you guys in about 40 minutes. I'm Alex Wiederspiel on 10band TV, where we're going to be back in a little bit. A moment. Nobody could get a stick on it. Pitt still, though, maintaining possession here. Emily Gallagher's squad shot on, and goal number 1, Fletcher Littleton. Goal number 11 for her. To skate this one out off of a misplay. Some space, shot, fired on, and gloved. Emma Nadeau makes this backhand pass. Puck is loose in the low slot. Nobody could get a shot on it, and it finally came back to a Pitt Panther. Out of the zone, great play. Now a 2-on-1 potentially developing into mid-ice for Van Halteren. Shot on and saved by Ella Venters. She was the navel of a Pitt player. So with the shot block back the other way, one shot on, that one saved with the pad by Emma Nadeau. Back to Primiano. Has a player in the slot, fired on, and what a save. No rebound opportunity there. Van Halteren with maybe the best chance of the day. Pass up, that one hit the skates of Annabelle Cross. Cross working in. Cross fired one, and I think Venters got a piece of it. The other way, the Panthers trying to stick this through the center of the ice. Nice effort there from Littlejohn, and then she takes a hard hit into the board. Cleanly, 1:45 to go in the second. She's got it again. Frank, great move again. Towards the slot one more time, and that's the equalizer. Alexandria Frank, late in the second period, has tied this at 1. Looks like Maya Tejera earned an assist on the play. Opportunity developing, 2-on-1, flipping that one. What a save to keep that one out. Oh, Ella Venters sells out and makes the play. 5 seconds to go. Gualiano tried to center that pass into the slot. Comes back out to her. Does she have time to get a shot up? And Gualiano has given Niagara the lead. 2 goals in a span of almost 60 seconds. Nightmare fuel for a coach. I'm sure Emily Gallagher wasn't thrilled with it, but we get underway, third period here. Gualiano wants another one, and on the first shot of the third, she beats Ella Venters. Really through this whole game, but just hasn't found a way to get the back of the net. Opportunity developing. Here's Littleton. Couple of big moves from Littleton. And Grace Miller comes right back up with it. Miller in, 1-on-1. She's kind of out of gas, it looks like. Oh, and then took a big hit, and this is going to be a power play for Niagara. Lots of time and space for her. Sends back to the captain, Primiano. Bukowski fires one on. Puck came free, trying to power that one in. Power play goal for Annabelle Cross. And a goal from Alexandria Frank. 1:57 remaining. Face-off 1. Puck went through the slot and off a couple of sticks. Pitt actually winds up coming up with it and deflected in. The lead gets cut in half. It's 3-2. Oh, nobody could get a clean stick on it for Niagara. And guess who?